When Vince and I first went to France, we didn't really know what to expect. It was a cycling trip and a vlog that we wanted to film. Of course, we knew about irregular migration from France to the UK, but we didn't realize the scale of it. Then, as we arrived to the country, we saw that it's everywhere you look. This whole region has been transformed into some sort of transitional zone for migrants and turned the local life upside down.
Donc c'est une situation malheureuse, mais que malheureusement j'en vois pas trop la fin, parce que le gouvernement fait ce qu'il peut pour les aider, mais c'est vrai qu'on peut pas accueillir toute la misère du monde en France. Je suis très désolée pour eux, c'est vraiment voilà, je compatis à leur situation qui est insoutenable. Mais je trouve qu'on devrait les aider dans leur pays en fait.
This is a map of the northern coast of France and the UK. As you can see here, we've marked some of the most important spots for us, the towns of Grand-Saint and Gravelines. In between them, there is NGO distribution camp where meals and other things are distributed to the migrants. Then there is also Calais, one of the biggest spots from where the boats start, and Wimereux, which we will end up going to later. During this first trip, we saw quite a lot of brutal things. People living in horrible conditions, locals seeing this discord happening around them, and police trying to catch migrants off the coast near Gravelines, where we spent the night. In the end, we felt like we just barely scraped the tip of the iceberg, and of course we had to return. And when we did, what we found surprised us a lot.
Upon reaching the border of Gravelines and Lumplage, we discovered a pile of documents left behind by a migrant from Sri Lanka. With a bit of research, we found out that discarding documents before departure is a common practice among migrants.
The more time I spend looking at the documents, the more into a rabbit hole I keep falling, because Mr. Kalimuthu appears to be a recognized political refugee in France. So I just found a decision here by the French Court of Appeal, which says that he was first rejected as an asylum applicant, but then it actually gives him a right to asylum as a political refugee from Sri Lanka. For some reason, this thing was not opened, the envelope here. It was not opened. I did it for the first time. But somehow it was discarded here with everything else. So I don't really have a clear idea why he did what he did. These are the outskirts of Grand-Saint and Lumplage. There are two stops here that you can reach by bus, which are kind of close to the camp that we will be heading to in a moment. There is not directly a stop at the camp, so you will have to walk quite a bit, and we already see a quite big presence of what we think are irregular migrants.
After stopping near the Grand-Saint shopping center, Kosmos and I made our way to the camp, which is located about 10 minutes away by foot. On our way, we couldn't help but notice the trash that littered the route. Nothing had changed since our last visit. Once in the camp, we couldn't believe the amount of people that were actually there. The numbers since our last visit had visibly increased, most likely due to the winter approaching quickly. We also observed some instructions in multiple languages for migrants to follow after reaching the UK, as well as improvised shops set up by migrants to sell goods from a champ to inhabitants of the camp. After discreetly filming some more clips of the camp, we made our way to an NGO worker to ask some questions. But unfortunately for us, we were about to find out that they had been coached to not interact with journalists. We were just curious. We emailed some organizations to maybe talk to, essentially. We're student journalists, and we're from Belgium, and we're just wondering if maybe we could talk to someone, if there's a press officer here. Just about the camp in general, volunteering here.
You might maybe ask the association Okay.
with green jacket.
Green vest, they
Yes,
run everything.
because not everything, but they are every day here.
Okay.
And they speak English. They are English.
Okay.
We had previously tried to get an interview with someone from Roots multiple times with no success. But we figured that we might as well try and get a statement from someone working in the organization while we were at the camp.
Yeah, we're not like supposed to speak to you guys. I'm not sure like why, but there is a press officer I can like give you contact with.
We need to talk to them right now.
Okay, I can give you their WhatsApp. Are you guys like left-wing journalists or like?
Normal journalists, we don't have any agenda.
We don't engage with journalists on site usually. That's why we give the number of our manager.
A lot of more, like you said, right-wing media, they make it look like everything is like super easy for them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I've been told I'm not allowed to speak to you guys. Okay. I'm sorry. That's the most I can give you guys. Yeah, that's okay.
As we approached some of the most responsible people in the story, the stakeholders, NGOs and the police, both refused to talk to us. We were feeling a sense of powerlessness because none of the people responsible for addressing the situation wanted to tell us their part of the story. They just didn't. That's why we decided to take a quite radical approach. Instead of talking to the stakeholders, we ventured right into the story together with the migrants.
After previously planning to go to Lune Plage to get some more interviews with locals, we saw a group of migrants with life jackets, seemingly bought at Decathlon, boarding a bus in the direction of Calais. So we ditched all of our old plans and decided to follow them.
So the bus driver is having some sort of
concern about letting us on?
Yeah, not us, but you know.
Us. After boarding the bus with the migrants, we rode with them to Calais. Once arriving in Calais, we continued to follow them, which ended up leading us to the train station. We boarded the train with them, unsure of where their destination would be. This decision led us 34 kilometers south to the coastal town of Wimereux, where the migrants disembarked from the train.
You, bye-bye, good luck.
Oh, sorry. Bonjour. What do you think about all of this?
There's nothing to do, you know, the police officer, they put them inside the train. What do you want to say?
We're journalists, we're investigating.
It's always like that.
So the local police has just arrived, and now there's 3 policemen who first asked me who I am. After explaining that I'm a journalist, they went back to the migrants where they're sitting at the moment, and they're talking to them. I'm not sure what this will end up doing, but I'm currently here sitting and just watching how that goes.
After roughly 3 hours of waiting, the migrants got up and started to move with the French police chasing them. Naturally, we continued to follow.
What do you think about the migration in England? Most of them are not going to stay there. They are going to Scotland and Ireland. And what do you think about us?
I understand if you want to escape an unstable situation.
Yeah.
I think if people see what you have to do to go there, they would understand. Because it's not fun. It's not fun.
We know the rest, we know the problems, we know the difficulties. So we support that. It's okay. They have the right to manifest against us because they want to live in their own home, in their own homeland with the security. Most of the immigration is doing things wrong. Like most of them are not coming for normal life. That's That's the point. So it's been about 10 years that I'm in Europe.
Whoa,
Yeah.
which countries?
France and Belgium.
Okay, we are living in Belgium, yeah.
Yeah. You're living there. Vous parlez français aussi?
No.
No. I learned French. I stayed there and I had problem. So I passed about 10 years in the process and I didn't get the statute to stay there. Until there is no security and stability in the Middle East, there will be always migration. Personally, I don't have any problem with nobody in Pakistan or Afghanistan.
But the government.
Yeah. But it's not legal government for us. Afghan government is a revolution. It's not a government, and it's even not a revolution. It's an agreement between the countries that they came to the power without nothing. They had nothing in their hands, only one gun. That's all. We know the process.
Yeah,
We cannot manifest there because if we manifest, we'll be disappeared from the scene.
And do you know where we are going at the moment?
It's my first time that I'm coming, and I follow others.
Okay.
One of us has the location, and we are going to stay there for a moment, for a whole night maybe, and yeah. What I learned from them, they're not dangerous. That's all.
Okay.
And we are not dangerous at all. You're gonna experience, and you're not in the forest with us. That you're sleeping in the tents with a really bad condition, sick.
Were you in Loom Plage?
We're in close to Dunkerque. We're not far away from there.
Because we were in Loom Plage yesterday and we saw the conditions and it's not good.
There is no water, nothing for eat. But
Sanitation problem.
yeah. This is not the end. The end is when we get there. The start is when we get there. I have to forget all about 10 years that I have passed here in Europe. And I talked with the police, I see guys in there, about 10 years. I'm going to leave. He said, why you're going to leave? I said, I have to leave. About 10 years I didn't visit my family. I didn't get the statute to visit my family. And I didn't want to leave my country.
No. Nobody wants to leave their country at the end of the day.
As your students, when you're in Belgium, you're not at your home.
No. No.
You're just coming with the people are friendly, they are good. They have good culture. They are respected. The only thing that I remarked about the European countries and Christian people, they're well educated. They're in superior level of education because there is no war and they develop. And our problem is different. I have a positive mind about Europeans. Although I didn't get my statue in 10 years, I have no hate, nothing against them. It's my life, it's my choice, it was my chance.
What we were told off camera was that our Afghan friend paid 1,300 euros to a smuggler. Likely the same smuggler who told us not to film earlier on in our journey with the migrants. 1,300 euros for a dream. That's what that really is.
So, what are we left with by the end of the day? A human disaster of massive proportion. A lot of the people you've seen in this documentary might be dead. Some have reached the UK, but we're left with a system which doesn't benefit anybody. Not the migrants, not the locals. And you know the worst part about it? It will not change. Not by itself, at least.